That's a long song. Let's just get to the podcast. All right, here we are. I like how I fucked up, and you can't. Oh, Vince is covering me. Let me just unmute these guys real quick. I don't think the chat's working, so we'll just make everything big. Let's unmute these guys. Let's get started. Hello.
Hello.
Wait. Will, say something.
What?
Okay. Want to make sure. Okay.
Booga.
He's not here, dude. He had to leave. He said you were taking too long.
So, welcome to episode 136. We have a very, very busy podcast today. You know, we spent a lot of time today in our outline. Let me get the outline out real quick. Here, let me first of all, let me make sure nothing's open. So if I get the wrong window capture, which he did get the wrong window capture, so thank God okay. So we see, guys. We got hi YouTube Ninja backwards. Who's Steve Jobs? Street Fighter 6. Is it good? You decide. So I made this like earlier, and this is what we got. So anyway,
yeah, we're gonna have a good one.
Who wrote what's Ninja backwards?
Yeah, what is
Ligma?
Ligma.
Yeah. Is it Ligma?
Yeah, dude. Somebody got really mad about that one time. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna say who it was, but
it was J-Fool. Anyway, so before we start, it's been, I think it's almost been, how long has it been? I don't remember. Whatever. It was like a couple months ago.
Enough.
Right? Yeah.
Not long enough.
It was. I feel it wasn't that long ago.
It was like a month or two, right?
It was right after the latest episode of SPO.
I got a cool thing for you guys to show after the tournament, or the when was it? It wasn't that long ago.
It was after the last Galling Out with Drew.
Oh, that's the fucking one of the ones I forgot to put on the door. God damn it. All right. Anyway, Anyway, let's start off. I'm happy we're all here. There's a lot to talk about. It's mostly gonna be about Street Fighter 6 and
not a lot to talk about,
and TTF. But before we start, what I like to always do is ask about how you guys have been. But let's start off with Will. Will, how you been?
Yeah. Good.
All right, Vince, how you been, man?
No, okay. I've been pretty good. I don't know. Jiu-jitsu. Been playing a lot of games. A lot of shit's been coming out, and I've just been playing it. Zelda.
It's been a pretty crazy month for games.
Street Fighter 6. Yeah, it's really weird. I never bought this many games that are
like good back to back. Yeah, it feels pretty nice.
Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's cool. No, I've been good.
It's like
chilling.
You're a kid again, where everything's good, and you don't know what to play.
I know what to play. I don't have enough time. You know, I'm so busy. Busy guy.
Busy doing what?
Who is it? Who's on the phone?
Gaming.
Straight gaming. All right. Okay. All right.
Straight gaming. You know, I gotta get that $1 million. You know, if it's not gonna be me, you know,
who else is it gonna be?
Yeah.
All right. We got it. All right, Vince, how you doing, brother?
Pretty good. I've been very busy with work and other things around the house, but things are stable and good, so it's good news. But I've been very, very, very busy, so
that's
not bad.
That's good to hear. All right, I've been fine. Just work's actually been. I got like a real team, which is pretty cool. Like
that's a first, right?
My boss is like telling me that he's not gonna take any of them away to do other stuff, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, not bad. Been working a lot of OT. Been playing a lot of Street Fighter.
Watching a lot of DVDs.
And that's about it. And planning. You know, planning stuff. That's not TTF. It's TTF stuff, and I will talk about it later. But feels good. So let's get started. So we're just gonna talk about Street Fighter 6. We are gonna talk about locals in San Diego. Then we're gonna do the questions, and then we'll get into our hot or nots, our bitch callings, and the Ebony Goddess. And that's about it. And let's get. So I guess I'll start. What I'm gonna ask you guys is we'll just go straight forward. Like, how are you guys feeling about Street Fighter 6? And I'll ask you guys that. Then from that, we'll just see where this snowball takes us. And yeah, so I'll start. I am liking you spoilers. I am liking I'm liking this game a lot. I think it's because it's new. I mean, that's probably the big thing. It's new and it's I to me it's not a giant piece of shit like Street Fighter 5 was. And I feel like I don't have to lie to myself saying it's a good game and trying to protect this game at the moment. Um I think it's just that I will at least I mean don't want to say I was playing Street Fighter 5 for a long time, but I try to play as much as I can. And I was forcing myself to like it, which sucked. But it was a real big love hate relationship. The love the way you lie type of deal thing. Um, but with this game, I I like the game a lot. I have the same feeling I had when I was playing 4, where I want to like even when Tekken 7 came out, which is very weird, is that I didn't have this feeling. At work, I'm watching videos. I want to go home. I want to test things out. I'm watching stream. I'm like pretty much. I'm like literally just watching streams and YouTube. It's crazy how many people are doing YouTube tutorials as much as I make fun of them, but a lot of them are very helpful. I've been watching
They
that.
can be sometimes,
I've been watching.
depending on who
I
it
don't know
is.
his name. I don't want to ruin it or butcher it, but he's the anime fighter. I think it's Diaphone. Is that his name? The Guilty Gear guy.
Yeah, the guy with the personality of a paper towel, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the guy.
that guy. But his YouTube
Come on,
videos
Vince.
are very very helpful. Um and yes, Jesse. And no, just a lot of learning, a lot of going home, wanting to play now, and just wanting to play, and the urge. And there's a lot of scary things about the game too, which I'll get into also. But I'm enjoying the game a lot. I'll start off with I feel like I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot because it's not fair, but I feel like at the moment it's a fair game. Let me explain.
Okay.
There are characters that I hate, and then there are moves that I wonder why they're plus. And I'm not gonna lie, I use a character that for some reason does 1,000,000 damage when she has 5 medals. Um, but I do wonder why some of these moves are safe. Moves that haven't been safe before, and moves that are just ridiculous. But I do understand
Wait,
it's the big what
what moves?
I think like EX or Honda Ball or Honda Ball.
There he
Blanca,
goes, dude.
yeah, Blanca Ball is ridiculous. The Fierce Punch one, headbutts are pretty ridiculous. What else is ridiculous to me? But I'll explain, and it's what else? What else? What else? What else have I been kind of freaking out about? Haven't been really freaking out about Kimberly stuff because I've been playing her a lot. Just one, Marissa stuff. Damn, there was another character that I was kind of like mad about, and I was like, this is ridiculous. But I do understand. Oh, Lily's one of them too. But no, but as much as I'm watching like anti of those videos and practicing, and like before I play into ranked, I go into casual. I play casuals first. I go to the one thing I've been doing is before I start up, not the straight, but start up ranked and casuals. I'll go into training mode, and whatever was beating me the night before, I'll mess around with it and a couple minutes, not a whole long time, but just a couple minutes. So like the other day, like I lost to Joseph. It was like 5-1. I lost to Joseph. And he was using Lily. So I was like trying to figure out. I mean, everyone's telling me what to do. So like the next day, I set up this whatever the bot to do, and I was just trying to practice what you can do against it, like the DIs, the parries into like the dry rushes and everything. It's just drive impact, dude. Yeah. Just those scenarios and trying to punish being able to punish stuff like I know it's unsafe, so what can I do with it? So just like the next day I'll do that. And then so today would be like ooh, just I don't know whatever character that yesterday I was playing a DJ and I was getting fucked up by not getting fucked up, but I kept blocking his sweep and I didn't know how to punish it. And I know I can get like a crouching medium punch probably or a back fierce, but just one of those things
It's
where
one of those things that you have to practice, though. You
oh
have to
yeah,
know.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's why today I'll probably start when I play Street Fighter after
That's why
this.
stuff like that is very important to do.
Oh yeah, and I feel like this is as I'm saying, like I've only really did that in 4 and not 5 or in Tekken 7. Believe it or not, I barely like practice in 7 or lab. I just straight up play. But this is the first game where it's like, all right, let's not get into the games. Let's just practice, like play like the first couple 30 minutes or just messing around. And like I said, I feel like it's a fair game only because I am not a big fan of wasn't a big fan of V Trigger or V Skills. It was cool, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
But it's the fact that I think no, I mean as a spectator, yes, I think it was cool. As a player, I think it was a nightmare. Um, just characters having the best V skill or V trigger in the world when other characters just have the shittiest V skill or V triggers in the world. Um, V triggers that literally change the game when they activate. Perfect example was is at Evo. I think the game to get out of my winners pool or losers pool. I was about to die, and Gerald just said, "Oh, you don't, the game's pretty much." It was one of those. The game's not done yet because you haven't popped V trigger. And what did you know? I got my V trigger out. He got hit by the custom can combo, and I won the game. And it was just like, damn. There's just situations or scenarios where you get a character that you almost kill someone and they pop it, and it just becomes a whole new game. And if you are a very impatient player like me, or just someone that melts easily, you will die. Um, but at the moment, I kind of think that everyone is on even grounds. Some characters better than the other ones, but no one has any V triggers or V skills. Everyone has the same system. Like they all use the drive system. Everyone has access to the same tools. Um, but I think it's at a good place at the moment. It's gonna be. I mean, everyone's gonna start freaking out. The game just came out, which is insane to me. That it's gonna. Evo is literally 2 months away, or a month or two away, which is crazy. And this game just came out, and there's gonna be a lot of meltdowns. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of nutball Lily players. It's gonna be a fuck fest. It's gonna be awesome. I know for damn sure. If I lose in my pool or to anyone, it's probably I'm gonna have I'm just gonna melt like so bad. I'm gonna like freak out. I'm probably gonna lose to people that are burnt out. I'm just like it's gonna be crazy. But I feel like this game also is people melt a lot in this game. Doesn't matter how good you are. I feel like a lot of people kind of melt in this game. But I'm liking it. I don't know how long I'm gonna be saying that I'm liking it, but at the moment, I'm enjoying it. Um, I like the systems, I like the combos, I like all the possibilities. Um, I like it. And I like that it's making me hop in the lab and trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, doing right. And all the problems that I'm having in this game are the same problems I'm having and had in the last one. I mean, the anti-airs, the
Yeah.
the teching a lot while I'm getting hit by neutral jump ins, but it's the same problems, and hopefully it's probably gonna be the same thing. But I'm enjoying the game a lot, and I do have like fears. It's
Yeah. Prove us wrong.
we'll talk about that later. I'm not after I tell you. But I like the game. I like the game, and I'm hoping that it sticks. I hope it sticks. I hope the new players, like the North County boys, stick with it. And I hope it brings old people out. I'm the bracket for TTF. I'm already seeing a lot of old names, which is really cool. The last person that signed up was Ilya. I saw Viscant in the bracket and a couple other old names in there, so that's pretty cool. But we'll see how long it takes. Hopefully it's not just a honeymoon phase, and hopefully it sticks, man. I'm excited. The DLC is coming out, and I feel like the first season, the DLC is very cool. Um, I'm waiting to see what the Aki girl, I think her name. Is her name Aki?
Yes.
She looks really cool. I know people are not a fan of Ed, but if I had to pick a character to come back from 5, it would probably be Ed. For me at least, I think out of everyone, he was one of the coolest DLC characters. Just looking at, that's just me though. I don't think Fox is ever gonna come back, sadly.
Good.
There's a lot of characters that I'm like, you know what I mean. If I had to choose between Fox and Ed, I would choose Ed. It's cool that I forgot who I was talking to, but it sucks that Akuma is like now DLC. Like
Again, by the way.
yeah, again, like he used to be a main roster character, and then like I think ever since after 4, he just became like a DLC character, which is fucked up. Um, but I'm liking the 5 that's coming out. And my one like hope for a season pass will be like a Shadow Loot pass, which would include Bison, Rog, Sagat, Vega, and even Fang. Like those would be the 5 DLC characters, and I think that would be awesome. Because there's no way that any of those characters are not gonna be in 5.
It would surprise
6.
me, but Capcom's done some interesting things.
But
So
that is my I like the game. I'm in a very positive mindset, even though I freak out still. But that's it is true in the end. Just drive impact, just parry, just do this, just do that. It's something that it has to become like a second nature thing because it is the mechanics in the game that they gave us. Even just I just found out that drive reversal is a thing.
Yep.
And then so it's just like, what, that's another tool you can use against those moves. I mean, it might not be the best option, but it's still they'll get off of you. It's something. And yeah, I like the game, and I wanted to say this. It has nothing to do with Street Fighter, but I just found out that the BGs were all brothers. I don't know why that came up when I was listening on the radio today, but I didn't know that the BGs were brothers. So that's it. But anyway, I don't know if Will or Vince wants to go first. But
I feel like Will's been playing more than I am. So he probably has a better opinion than I would. So
I'll ask you guys, and then in the end we'll go like, who would you like to see? What do you think? I don't know. We'll just see. But Will, take it away, brother.
Like first impression, before I didn't know anything about the game. I was kind of hating on it a lot, even though I never looked at it. But after playing it,
I feel like a lot of people were like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some things I don't like about it visually, but overall, I like the game. I think it's good. It's not saying much, but I think it's better than 5.
Yeah,
it's something.
Like Cody said, like the system is actually pretty good in my opinion. Where both players have the same tools, and there's not like overpowered V trigger, overpowered or useless V skill, or really good V skill that characters have. Yeah, I think overall the systems are good in the game. Like all the drive rush stuff, like with combos and like Oki is good. I like how not like every character gets like free Oki off like throws or something, or like if you take a throw, it's usually fine, unless they use the green stuff. I think. There's not as many throw loops. I think some characters still have throw loops in the corner, but
I think a lot of characters.
A lot of them do, yes. Depending on whether or not you get one for free or have to spend meter is a different story, though.
Yeah, but
I think most people are just kind of drive impacting you in the corner instead of doing stuff like that, but it's a very real thing that exists.
Right. I'm curious to see how drive impact, like how long it's gonna take people to get used to it, to where like
people are getting pretty good at it so far.
Yeah, I think it kind of adds another layer to the game, because some people kind of just do it randomly, like through strings, and then I feel like it feels that way, but I don't know. Maybe it's like methodical.
It makes throwing out non-cancelable pokes in neutral very risky. And it makes cancels into certain 2 hitting strings very risky also. So that's like, it's kind of a thing where you don't want to buffer stuff out of range anymore in certain situations, because you could end up just taking 30% for no reason. So it makes it kind of different.
Yeah, and it's kind of like one of the things I don't like about it, because if I'm playing my situation, I'm playing Gao, and I like to low medium kick a lot. I can't cancel that into drive impact. So I get caught a lot with it. So it's kind of like, do I just not use the move that's really good? You know what I mean? So in that sense, it's frustrating, but
playing Sub-Zero.
I think it's not as. I think there's like an answer to that in a sense. Like I gotta play a little bit differently, and if I use crouch medium punch, it's like it's better. It's like shittier, like range wise, but
it's also better because you can cancel it.
Are you able to, when you do your crouching medium kick, can you drive rush it, and like is that a thing? Like can you bait the DI by a drive rush and throw them, or do you know what I mean? Like, can you crouching medium, they drive rush, you rush, they DI, then you drive rush, then DI?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
It's not canceled.
Yes. Oh. Right, not with crouching medium kick, but if I press like a crouch strong, and I hit into their drive impact, and I do like the green stuff, I could still dash forward and then drive impact.
Okay.
but I can't do a crouching medium.
Yeah, I feel you because one of my favorite moves with Manon is it's her two fierce buttons or her roundhouse and her heavy punch, and I can see why if you're able to DI that it would be broken because I mean you can react to that shit pretty well, but it just sucks like you said that those are two really good moves that if they're baiting it or just mashing like you're gonna get hit. It's gonna be a big hit. But yeah, continue.
Uh, the parry system, I think it's uh overall it's good. As a zoner, it's like annoying, and I don't know. It's weird because you can't really zone for free anymore. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I still catch people like trying to parry it and they still get hit and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's cool, I guess. Um, but I don't know. It's weird. It makes some matchups that were kind of free, like as Gao, like not that free. Like especially if they're just playing like if I need to make a comeback or something, I can't just like boom and chip them to death like full screen and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's all right. The scaling from like a perfect parry, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think so. For how good it is to just get a free combo like that, it would have to do something. So it's a good trade off, I guess. The scaling's pretty
Yeah.
insane, but it's a pretty good trade off.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Taking
interrupt.
50%, that's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, but I feel like in like I can't wait to see this game like at high level where our brains can, you know what I mean? Just everyone using the tools and just like how they, how the like I guess the way the game's supposed to be played to like the creator's eyes, just like you know the parries, just all the system. Like to me, I don't know. It's to me, it sounds like it's gonna be crazy because I can't wait. But yeah, that's what I want to say was I can't wait to see like a very high class intense match with all the you know the tools from the system and just being used and I don't know. It's gonna be you. Come on, guys. We'll talk about that later. But yeah. Will, I'm sorry. Continue.
Uh, as far as the characters, I don't know. I feel like every character I play, like there's always something, or you know, I feel like I don't know. I'm just so biased because I'm pretty sure I've lost to every character so far. So there's not a character that I would be like saying, "Oh man, this character sucks." Like, so it's hard to say. Like, for me to, you know, which characters are good or bad. But I think I don't know. I feel like most characters can win or something like that.
Mhm.
But there's clearly like some characters that are kind of pretty good, and there's some characters that are really good right now, but might not be as good in like you know a month or so when people figure them out. Um, but I think JP's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. He feels ridiculous, but I think it's more of like how to deal with his zoning, and I think you're supposed to use the green stuff and like
You
go in
are.
and punish. Yeah, and I don't know how to do that yet. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but his zoning is really good. Um, I mean, he has a lot of like a lot of really good stuff, but you know, he might not that be that good or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm having fun with the game. Um, like Guile has a lot of cool stuff that I don't even do yet because I don't know how to do it or like they I I I think they're hiding all the tech and
Saving it for
I
CEO,
swear
dude. The greatest major of all time.
You
yeah they're
know,
saving it for
it's
nationals.
crazy to me that he's running the first two big Street Fighter 6 tournaments. You know what I mean? Because like you know the DreamHack one just happened, and now he's gonna do CEO, which is like at the end of the month. So damn, that's crazy to me at least. But
But yeah.
yeah.
What else? Is that it?
But you tell me, man.
Um, JP sucks.
It just makes you think you're
I
good
don't.
at the game.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Decent
Okay.
game, solid 4.
Out of what?
Five.
Okay.
6. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. The one thing I want to add on when you were saying about like you were saying that you don't feel like a character is busted or whatever. It's something I feel like each character in this game has something busted about them, which makes them good. Like it's not like you have a character and they just suck. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing like broken about them. Like it's one of those like if every character is broken, like or just make every character broken. Don't nerf one, whatever. But I feel like at the moment, I feel like each character has something like what the fuck, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Why do they have that thing? Um, but
Well, they added like all these characters are like strike, throw, mix ups, can't jump out, they go low. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's kind of annoying. Like, but I mean, I guess I don't know, and I don't know what to do against Marissa sometimes because
Mhm.
I swear she has like she lays it's like a frame trap. It's like or punishable. I don't know.
I
Then he,
from what Hudson told me, I learned that like that from her 1-2 punch, like her medium punch. It's just I know when she does the medium punch into her low brick thing, like there that one like there's no gap in the middle to. I mean, there's a gap in the middle. It all becomes like if you can DI it, and if they charge, if you have to like know that they're charging it, then you can neutral jump or command throw them. I know Manon like if she for some reason is doing the charge punch, medium or fierce punch, I can interrupt it with a move. But it's just one of those. I guess it's like that's another character where it's like I need a lab and you got to know what to
Yeah,
do in these
real easy
situations.
answer is to just do an E if you're blessed and you have an EX reversal that does 2 hits, you don't have to worry about it. If you see
Oh, okay,
medium punch, just let that shit rip because
got it.
medium punch uncancelled is punishable.
Yes,
Into the no charge punch, there's the gap and you can beat it, and the 2 hits will beat the armor if you're blessed. So it's
yeah.
a pretty easy answer if you have one of those things. I know you guys are big lab monsters and you love to do that, so
I was
I
doing it
figured I'd just
yesterday with
let you know that.
Hudson, but yeah. I didn't know
I
about that one though, but yeah.
haven't really labbed anything besides like combos and. I mean, I try to do some. I
Hmm.
tried to do a setup today, but it was like it was bad. I mean, it's real. It's just
Really bad.
I couldn't make it like like uh add a frame kill in there and make it like actually meaty. You know what I mean? But whatever. I
Yeah.
swear, I'm just gonna wait. I'm waiting for them to release the tech,
VHS
but
Release
they're
it
tapes.
young tech,
they're
dude,
they're bogarting it.
and watch the
Yeah,
DVDs.
yeah.
All right, Vince, take it away.
Give me the question again.
Just I know you said you weren't really playing it, and but your thoughts on the game so far?
Pretty cool game. You know, it's a real game. It's something that I'm not embarrassed to be playing. So that's a pretty big plus in the direction of that. And it plays pretty good. There's no stupid shit besides the servers not working every once in a while, and then they come back up. So that's pretty nice. This is all non-gameplay related stuff that we'll get out of the way first. The menus are probably some
Uh,
of the most shit garbage things in the entire universe. Aside from that, though, not much to complain about. Pretty cool game. It doesn't look like shit. The character select
Well,
song is definitely god awful. Also, um,
yeah.
minor complaints aside, if we're nitpicking things like that, it's a pretty good sign in the game. It's pretty fun, but I'm having the same problem that I usually have with games that don't suck really bad. Is that I don't know who I'm supposed to play, and that's
mm,
kind of putting a little bit of a halt on what I want to do because I don't really know who I want to play.
that
So.
sucks.
And I don't think the answer to that is to just play with somebody. I think the answer is I got to find out who I would want to spend my time on because otherwise, what am I doing? So cool
True.
game. It seems good. Everybody seems to like it. There's a lot of people bitching about stuff already, as they frequently do. I've seen a lot less tier lists than I expected at this point in the game, so that's pretty cool. That's a big plus. And yeah, man,
I like.
seems cool. Seems like everybody's enjoying it. So that's a pretty big win for everybody in the scene right now.
All right, so let me ask you a question then, Vince. Who at the moment, which it does suck. I know how you feel about looking for characters or being forced to use characters that you don't like. Who are you looking at right now though? Is there one character that you're looking in, or are there you got a couple under your belt right now?
Uh, Marissa, Ryu, and Jamie so far.
Okay, And
But
out of the three, who are who do you like so far?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I played matches with two people so far, and it's
Okay,
like I don't
okay,
know. I just I'm not feeling those two characters so far.
okay. If
Cool
they
game though.
will you be are you gonna try Rashid out when he comes out? 'Cause I know you kind of like
Definitely.
him. Okay, cool.
Rashid and Aki are the characters that I would like to have played when the game came
Okay.
out, but they are definitely not available,
And
so that's kind of off the table.
I know I already asked you this at a non-secret barbecue, but if Rog was put into the game, would you use him?
If he looked cool, yeah, for sure. I mean, seeing what they did with Honda, he would probably be pretty awesome. But I would say yeah. I would say probably. I would at least give him a shot.
Awesome.
It can't be any worse than Street Fighter V Balrog. That was the most miserable shit in the world.
That was bad. Okay. Um. Now let me see. Okay, so our it seems like this is crazy, man. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, man. I hope it just doesn't die. I hope
I feel like
people.
that's a pretty tall order. It would
Yeah,
be very difficult to kill this game
yeah.
because people like it and it works. You can hop into a lobby and play with people immediately. You don't have to, put a sword up and do stupid shit or not be able to invite people or have CFN crash. It's like it's very playable, and that's pretty good. That's a thing we haven't got in a release in a long time.
So, Will, do you think it was worth
Yeah.
the $60 or how much it costs?
Uh, well, hmm. I mean,
Do you think
yeah,
it's yeah,
because
okay? Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
well, what are you basing this off of?
No, I'm just. Was it like if I was to tell myself now when I bought five and ask if it was worth driving all the way to LA and
Oh,
buying
like
3 or 4
that?
copies of this, was it worth it? Um, in the beginning, I would say yes, but when you realize how shitty of the menu and like it wasn't a complete game, I don't think it was like worth
Right.
that. It felt like a $40 game, honestly. Like it felt like a fucking
Uh,
it was
Yeah.
not worth the
Okay. Okay.
$60 or however much it was. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I like the game, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna say yes. But
Okay.
at the same time, I feel like they put a lot more effort into the game compared to five,
Oh yeah.
which, like I said, doesn't like mean much. But uh, the
That's so
menus,
sad.
even though the menus are shitty, like navigating them,
Dude,
like it's confusing. But the game it looks good. Uh, overall, I don't know what they did with the music.
It's pretty
That's a
shitty.
miss for me. Like, I'm surprised that it's this bad. Like,
yeah.
especially since traditionally Street Fighter franchise has like really good music.
It sucks that they couldn't
Uh,
just do what they usually do and just remix the original songs into something else. But
Or just put
they
a
should
good
have done
song in
what
the game.
they should have done what Guilty Gear did with like having a jukebox and
Yeah,
stuff like
because everybody knew
we
those
can.
songs were shitty, but you didn't have to pick them. But
the
unfortunately, we don't have that option.
the
So
jukebox is in the season pass. What the fuck, man?
Um, I I I think the worst part is the World Tour mode. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've seen people play it, and it looks pretty shitty. Like it looks like someone said it looks like a good PS2 game or like a shitty PS2 game. Uh, but I mean, there's some people that are gonna like that shit, so
definitely.
I guess that's cool for them. Um, I think the lobby stuff is cool or it's decent when it works. Uh, but yeah, overall, I mean, $60, sure. I don't feel. I think it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah. Well, how you bring it up. I think one of the shittiest things about I think the menu system does suck. It's like almost up there with the Warzone menus. Um, but the fact that I had to sit there and do it to 4 systems, where I would have to download the game, and then it would like kick you out numerous times for some reason, and then I would take me back to the menu and make me watch the stupid like cinematic at the beginning, like nonstop. That shit sucks. But I feel like just shitty menus are just a thing now, which sucks. But um, the whole time I was thinking playing the game when it first came out too was just because I've only played the beta. I've only played the first beta, and that was only for one day. Thanks to Rob. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Even if it was for like one day, like for 3 hours, I do appreciate that. But like sitting down the Thursday night it came out and just really like breathing it in, looking at it, it was to me, I was just like, this game looks a million times better than 5. It's like it was a complete game. I think that's all it is. It was a complete game. And you're talking to a guy that bought 4 deluxe versions of the game. For the house, it was 100% worth it. And not nothing happened last Saturday, but just seeing everyone, it was worth it. Just everyone there and having a good time and all that shit. It was worth it. It was worth it. And I can't wait until next Saturday. But uh, Vince, do you think it was money well spent compared to like
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say other than it's a functional game. It works. You can play other people, and I don't feel like I got
Sometimes.
ripped off. Yeah, so
dude, at least they like didn't try to hide it, and it was like we fucked up. You know what I mean? They know they fucked up, and they. Well, I mean, it's just new too, so I'm hoping they fucking fix it. There are other companies that just like try to hide that shit like it never existed, and they'll be like, "Oh, here, have a week's worth of free double XP for your weapon." You know what I mean? But yeah, they're on it, and that sucked, man. I really wanted to play everyone yesterday, and I'm like, it was just funny to me where like you can play ranked matches and casuals, but you couldn't play with your friends, and I was like, all right, this
yeah,
sucks.
the invite thing on the first day when me and J-Flo were trying to play, that shit did not work. So that was pretty cool. But we ended up finding a way to do it anyway, so it was fine.
Okay. So let's see. Street Fighter. Damn, I feel like we kind of So I guess
I got one more thing to say.
Yeah, no, good. No, I still have questions for Street Fighter 6, but go ahead, Will.
So when you can get matches online, I felt like the netcode's actually pretty decent.
Yes.
I've only had like bad connections when it's like one of those Wi-Fi guys, but
yes,
when it says a 4-bar wired person, it's been pretty decent. So good job to them.
I hate to say it, better netcode, but I do feel like it's like coming from Street Fighter 5. I feel like it feels really good, and it is really noticeable when you play against Wi-Fi players because there will be crazy ass stutter, like just a freeze frame or something. But yeah, no, I feel like it's not that bad, not that bad. Okay, so going on with the topic of Street Fighter 6, um, I mean we might have already answered this a little bit, but if we were all working together on the next patch, um, what what would let's start off with Will. If you had to work on the patch, what character would you I don't want to say nerf, but what's a character you think that needs to get like nerfed, I guess, or like they need to just do something about at the moment, and what would you do about it? I know it's kind of like a crazy question, and the game's only been up for 3 days, but and I'll answer it too. But what's it like? What's a character that you would want to just they want them to work on, or
This is
even a character
tough
to make it better?
because
You know what I mean? Like whatever. That's I
yeah. Well, the thing. Well, are some people? Well, I'm gonna ask this: are some people's drive rush? They're faster than others, right?
Yeah, it's tied to your dash, so absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel like some of those, like
do one with
especially if you're not
drive rush
looking-
with Ryu and like look at how shitty it is, and then do one with Jury and look how far you go. Like
Oh,
it's yeah,
wow.
there's
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
So-
That's- okay.
if anything,
Didn't run 6 on.
maybe like nerf that somehow from the guys that are really good, like Jury. I think DJ's is really good. Cammy, I don't know. Well, damn it.
That kind of reminds me of just like how characters had shitty FACDs in 4. Like some people went across
good old FACD.
like or whatever it was called. Like people had they went across the like I think Cammy went across the screen while like Rog stayed in place. But yeah, I mean that shit's insane. The speed is the same, but the distance is different.
Yeah, I don't nerf any character. I don't know. That would be the only thing I can really think of. But well, there's a buff. Well, another thing I don't like about the drive rush. This is like one of my complaints about it, which is almost not as bad as V Trigger, V Skill, but some characters have way better cancelable normals into Drive Rush,
Yep.
and that's kind of annoying, especially like I have like a back fierce, crouch strong. None of those are lows, but if I'm playing against and this is why I think Cammy's good, because she can cancel a low forward into whatever, and then it's pretty much a free. Your plus, it's a free okay, it's free like pressure. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's very realistic.
anything, yeah. Buff Guile, let him special cancel his low forward, make it happen. But yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. I like JP. I still don't like him, but I don't think he should be. I don't know. I don't think he should be nerfed. Maybe, I don't know. He's ridiculous, but
He's a boss character, man.
that's the only character I really think is like you have to know how to play against him. Which against the rest of the cast, you can kind of get away with, you know, you know, playing against some like play against Cammy in like any other game. You kind of know what she does, but JP and like a lot of the newer characters, you gotta, I mean, obviously you gotta like figure out what they do. But for him specifically, it's like, damn, you really gotta know your shit for him. That's it.
Okay. So you think, all right, Vince?
Go ahead and pose the question again.
Oh, if you like, if we were like part of the cap, whatever, like we're working on the next patch. Is there anything that you would want to fix, nerf, make better, or like what do you I know the game's on like 3 days, but like what would you like to see changed? Who would you want to see changed?
First patch, fuck the character balance. Nobody, that's not time for that shit yet. Give me a fresh start and find invites immediately without having to navigate 25 different menus to do it.
Nice.
Give me something good like that. Give me better battle hub shit, and give me a way to make sure I never have to listen to the Street Fighter 6 music ever again. Ever. Those are the first things that I would implement is no shitty music and being able to actually not have to pull my hairs out to find somebody's match who's invited me or to invite a player or any of that stuff. That's the first patch. Otherwise, I don't think there's much else to do. That's kind of really early. There's a lot of knowledge check characters right now that people are not doing the work on. Some nerds are for sure, but most of the general people that are playing this shit are not putting in the work to counter these things. I mean, there's obvious big outliers like the stuff JP does that nobody knows what to do about, which you got to just lab it out, and how kind of egregious Honda headbutt can be, I guess. But even that's a big knowledge check, because if you are able to perfect parry and you are able to do that stuff, you never have to worry about that. But nobody is really capable of things like that quite yet. So it's like the people that are saying to just jab it and just do this. Anytime some advice is just do X to beat Y, it's worthless and you can throw it away. And a lot of people are spouting a lot of stuff like that. So it's like just drive impact or just drive rush, just parry. It's like that's not a real answer to a lot of things like that. So there's a lot of people, especially in our community, also that will say they will give advice like that unironically, and it always just kind of makes me laugh. That's a little secret of mine. So if I ever hear you say just do something like that, just know that I already think you're stupid. So I'll just give you that one. But yeah, as far as character balance and things like that, it's hard for me to ask for things like that without sounding like an idiot. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to ask for stuff that I think will make my game experience easier. So yeah, less shitty menus, not having to listen to Street Fighter 6 music. Those are the big ones for me. Obviously, I can mute it and do that stuff, but if I go to a tournament, I'm not going to be able to say, "Hey, just play this YouTube playlist of all mariachi music for me." Like that's not going to happen. So realistically, those are the things I would ask for.
Man, just thinking about how cool. I mean, it's funny saying how cool, but Balrog's theme in 5, when how it starts, where it's like it sounds like the orchestra is going off, and then it just turns like that was so like hard, man. That shit was hardcore, bro. Like his theme was so sick in like that game, like the just how it started, and it was just like, damn, why couldn't they like? I don't know, it sucks, but tag two salt my playlist, yeah. Or Blake's, yeah. Shouts to Blake by the way for saying something, but
Blake's cool.
yeah.
Shouts to Hashpipe, man.
But yeah, a lot of I think a lot of people that don't know how to play the game yet or are new to the game, I think that's gonna be unironically what they're gonna just drive it like I think they're gonna just that's the thing they're gonna go just drive impact. But it's I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I think my favorite ones are like the real like the super nerd shit where it's like, oh, if you drive impact the latest, then you'll be able to. I don't know if it was Honda or Blanca, but if you like, I don't think I'll ever do it because I'll probably die doing it. But it's like if you drive impact them, like the latest, like possible before they hit you, like it'll put you in enough distance to drive
Actually hit
rush,
them.
yeah, or actually hit them. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, but every time I do it, it's like fuck, I fucked up, and now I'm going under them. You know what I mean? But
It's a pretty ambitious answer for a move where all they have to do is hit back and then hit forward and punch. So it's like it's not really realistic, but if you can pull it off, sure.
But it's like I mean it's for like Manon has a kind of easy way out. She can just do her EX hit throw thing, and that's pretty cool. But like it's one of those if they're gonna keep spamming it and then like that, like if they're like point blank and they do that shit, I'm not gonna react to that. I'm just like I'm joking.
Yeah, you're not basically.
Yeah. But no, it's just that's why I like this game right now. It's just like it's so interesting, like how to deal with the moves.
Yeah, there's a lot of really powerful moves, and I think having characters that feel like they're complete characters is pretty good, and it's a thing that a lot of most games have been missing. It's like sure you unlock the rest of your character when you activate whatever mode. It's like it feels like I'm playing with a complete character right at round start, especially because you get EX moves right off the bat, and that's that's pretty cool. That's so cool. That's a game changer that a lot of people I feel like kind of just throw out. But having access to moves like that and having access to all these systems right at the very beginning of the round is pretty big.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think like I think the system is cool, man. Like you said, like the whole like burnout, the being able to use your EX moves, and just that's a whole nother game, right? The resource management, right? Like that's a lot. I burn out. I keep forgetting why am I burned. Like I I have to tell myself every round because every time I land a crouching medium or a move, I try to I drive rush right away, and I'll do it twice, and without realizing that I'm burnt out now, or I'm almost like burnt out where one hit will like burn me out. And that's a thing I have to tell myself, like, don't burn yourself out. If you hit a crouching medium punch, end it with like a record. You know what I mean? End it with another move to get the knockdown, and just save that for later. But I do like that you start off with full meter and like it's I don't know, I like it. And and it's crazy too that you start for full meter and you have a super bar by itself too. So it's like you're not using so you can do all these crazy EX combo like juggles and shit, and then end it with a super. It's like it's like a training mode combo. That you play 4 or 5, and you do like a move. You do like an EX loop, and then you do a super. Like
5 EX combos.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it's like it's a reality now, and it's pretty.
And
cool.
even now, if you use that means that if you do burn yourself out, you won't have access to any kind of invincibility at all. So even that's like, well, am I gonna spend it? It's like you gotta kind of think about that too.
And what I love a lot too, and I think only some characters so far. I've only seen Cammy do it so far, and I think DJ. I might be see the characters that have like the block strings or just the pressure when characters are burned out is insane, and it's
it's like you either trade or have invincibility or you just don't get out of it, which is interesting.
And then they like it just to me, like I don't know if she has one yet, but it just sucks when it happens to me. But it's just like, damn, this is sick. And then they get you to the corner, and then they do like the drive impact, and I think it's very cool. Don't burn out, work life. But yeah. But no, I think it's really cool. Yeah, this game's cool, man. It's crazy. I don't know what else to talk about it, but I'm sorry. Well, yes.
Yeah, so with the burnout thing, I think another thing that adds back into the game is like chip setups, and there's like some really crazy chips. Like Honda has like a really crazy one where it takes like pretty much 25% of your life if you're burnt out and stuff. So
yeah, if you don't have super, you just die, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, like you guys said, having meter in the beginning of a round, I don't know. I think that's cool because like you don't get screwed if you're like a character that has needs like an EX meter to get out of stuff or something where you have it like at the round start. And yeah, when I think man, it is cool because it's separate from super. Yeah,
it's a very
I
good.
Really like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glazing that pretty hard, but I think it's cool where
Especially because it's been
You
missing
know,
from a lot of games. Like I said recently, everybody wants to lock your moves behind a variation or V trigger or shit like that. And that to me, that's like the biggest complaint I had with a lot of games that were coming out recently is that it felt like my character wasn't complete until I did something, and that's pretty whack. I hate that shit. It drives me crazy.
I like how people. I mean, I don't know. I didn't play Alpha 3, but a lot of people hated that concept Alpha 3 where you started off with full
Starting it
meter.
out with custom combo, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's
yeah.
just
Well, there you go. Because you start off with, I guess, because you have the custom combo. But it's just funny. Yeah, see that Tom. There you go, Tom. But yeah.
uh, also with the burnout, I'm curious to see if there's gonna be like players that like don't give a fuck about burnout,
Oh,
and
I
a
they
mean,
lot of
I've already seen
very
him.
good players that I would consider that are like really good and know how to play the game just do not give a fuck about getting burnt out like immediately. It's really weird to see. I don't know if I get it or not, but I see that happen pretty frequently.
well, there's also a thing where if you get burnt out and like you get crumpled in the corner, if you do it early, you're kind of helping the burnt out person out because they'll get their meter back
Yeah,
a lot earlier than
because
if
after the stun
they
they get it back.
wrote it out.
Mhm.
Right. So, well, yeah, I think the burnout shit's pretty cool because you also like you're more plus with normals and shit, and they get chipped. Yeah, overall, cool, cool thing.
Okay. Is there anything else about Street Fighter 6 that we want to talk about or bring?
Can't wait for CEO, man. That's the thing I'm looking forward to see how funny that tournament's going to be. What kind of sick fucks are going to travel to that shithole in Florida to play this game? Very excited for that.
Race,
Probably a lot of people.
racist CEO.
Okay, I know it's such a broad question, but if you had to pick 5 characters to come back, if you made your own season, your own season pass of, let's just say 4 characters, four characters, what 4 characters would they be? Vince?
We're adding 4 characters.
Yeah, we're adding 4 characters, and
You got to come back to me on that one. I got to think about that. It's a
okay,
really good question.
okay.
I don't want to
Will.
give you a shitty answer.
Oh, by the way, if you have questions for the end of the podcast, feel free to put them in the questions in the Discord or in the chat. Will, you have 4 characters that you'd like to see?
Uh,
Die long.
I haven't really thought about this. Uh,
Well, we already have Akuma, Rashid, Aki, and Ed. Those are the 4, right? Is there 5 or 4?
4.
Okay, so those are the 4.
Okay, never mind. I think I got it, dude. Shout out of
either
cannon.
way.
Give me 4 characters. Give me G. Give me Necro. Give me Abel, and give me Balrog. Give me those 4.
That'd be sick. That sounds pretty cool. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Just because it's a pretty diverse thing from a lot of different games, and
Yeah.
Balrog just because Balrog's tight.
All right.
I'll say okay. Vega, Cody,
Nice.
Birdie, and
The Cali.
I want to see Viper again. Where's Viper at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good one. I think any of the new characters from 4 would be cool.
I
that
think
are
she'd
not
be
named
sick in
for-
this game.
She probably would be. Yeah.
She would have been sick in 5. She would probably been broken in 5. But yeah. What do I say? Fucking, I think Dudley would be cool.
Yeah. Probably.
Give me Yang, not Yun. I want Yang. Viper. Give me the Capray, just for the fuck of it.
For K Sexy D, the
Just-
number 2 Capra on Space
And
4.
dude, you know what's? I would say I'm gonna, dude, Maki. I'm not gonna say that, but it sucks that Guy, Cody, and even Hager made an appearance, and Maki, he still has not.
Yeah, it
seen
seems a little
his,
bit weird, right?
And
Sawada, that's a good answer too.
yeah,
Actually,
the homie Blade. No, damn. I'm trying to think of, like, dude. It's like a bit. It's between 3 characters, and I think I'm only saying it because they're badass. It's to me, it's between Sagat, Rolento, and Adon.
Those
And
are pretty cool
and
characters too.
I would probably have to say Rolento because I think he's one of the sickest. He's one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite character in like the whole series. But yeah, those would be my 5 characters. So, man, Rolento was so cool. He's such a cool character. Just he's a cool character. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be really cool. You know, all those were kind of different too. Each at least had like 3 or different characters. Hope Capcom, are you watching? But yeah, okay. So let's get. So before I guess we talk about locals and shit. I know Vince. Anyway, did you guys see the MK1 trailer?
Nope.
You didn't see it? Come on, dude. Hey,
No, I
dude.
really didn't. I didn't have time to watch it today.
Oh, so today, like, was usually I don't give a fuck at work, and I'm like, I'll watch it. But today was like, all right, I'm kind of liking my team right now, so I don't want to be a dick and just like hide in the bathroom, go in the corner. So I actually waited a while to watch the Final Fantasy VII and MK1 trailer, and that shit was pretty sick, dude. I liked it. Um, the roster in MK1, it looks pretty cool. I hope like they I think they showed the story mode and they showed like assists, like it looked like a Marvel game. They had like assist combos and shit, and the characters that were like in the assists, I don't know if they are gonna be in the main roster, but I saw Goro do the Goro punches. The homie Ken, the blind swordsman dude's in it. It looks cool, man. I don't know how it's gonna play though, but yeah, it looks cool. But we all know how Avenera's games are and how Vince feels about them.
No thanks, but I will go watch that after this for sure.
Okay.
But
Yeah, Striker was in it. Like, yeah, like all like the combos that had the assist, it was pretty cool, dude. They had the flashlight and the taser. Okay. Will, did you watch the MK1 trailer?
No, I didn't.
Number 1 Gear S? No, okay.
Yeah, I mean that was a dark timeline, right?
it was.
I don't know. Randomly, I was thinking about that.
It was pretty
I think
fun.
I saw like I don't know. I think it was like a commercial or something. Made me think of MK. But
Yeah, MK1 trailer just came out.
no, it was before that. But
Yeah, 4 hours ago when it came out.
come on, man.
It wasn't 4 hours ago, was it? 6 o'clock?
I don't know what time.
Word up. Okay, all right, so I guess that's it, man. This tournament's coming up, CEO. Daytona Beach, can't wait. All right, let's talk about locals real quick. So before I talk about TTF, let's talk about other locals and going out with True. Anyway, so hope to see you guys all on the 10th at Zenith.
I'll be there.
If anyone has the link, you can put it in the chat. That'd be awesome. It's one of the first Street Fighter 6 tournaments in San Diego. Not include, so that's gonna be pretty cool. It's so crazy to me that GameSync had a Street Fighter 6 God damn it, a Street Fighter 6 tournament and no one showed up. And even at the Secret Barbecue we had a tournament, So I mean, but yeah, whatever that was. Was it the first real tournament? I'm joking, no. But thank you, Weeb Trash. But yeah, so hopefully, as we all know, San Diego's number one thing is signing up late, last minute. So I'm hoping that number turns bigger. Remember, that's why no one likes San Diego, so you sign up last minute. Whoever said that was pretty funny. But yeah, hope to see you guys there. It's gonna be cool. True killed KOF for Street Fighter 6 and Grand Blue. Well, I'm having a Grand Blue tournament that day, but I understand if no one wants to sign up and just play Street Fighter 6. But I will be there. I'll be there.
They could have the option to be there for sure.
There's an option to be there. But everyone's sucking the Gundam game's dick, which is cool. So I mean, if you guys are having fun, I'm all for it. Just keep giving me the cool pictures, dude. The Brandon posing with the cards, dude. That's all. Just do it for Brandon.
That guy is my hero.
Yeah. So it should be good. They have Guilty Gear, Tekken. It's crazy to me that the last one did not have Tekken, but they still had like a 4-man KOF tournament. You know what I mean? So it's
no comment.
KOF, man. KOF. But yeah. But I can understand though, I've already made the post, to all the TOs in the world, please take advantage of Street Fighter 6. I mean, fuck it, dude. If you really want to do it and it's in your heart to throw tournaments for it, to just to do it, and if you really just want to make that bag, you can do it too, man. Fuck it, man. But it's just always nice to have somewhere to play, and people doing it for the community and everything, killing games for so another new game can happen, yeah, the clapping. But no, so that's happening. So I believe it's 4 games. It's Eunice, Guilty Gear, Tekken, and now Street Fighter 6. The 2 side games are gonna be Grand Blue and the Gundam game. It's I think doors open at 1. I think Street Fighter 6 is starting at fucking 4 or some shit. Oh, let me see I know we trash. So what I'm thinking, and I'm never thinking. I think it starts at 4, right? Starts at 5.
At 4:20.
At 5. So Strive
Yeah,
starts at 3.
just enough time that I can't make it. So
Yeah. It's if that's gonna be a big bracket, hopefully it doesn't go by 9. Who knows? We'll see.
it'll definitely still just be starting by the time I get there, which is going to be funny.
Yeah. Are you gonna go after work or?
Oh yeah, I'll head over right after work.
Right on. Is the other thing happening that you're talking about last week or the last time or?
Depending on how funny it is, there we'll see.
Okay, I'll just bring a setup just in case.
I would bring the stuff just in case.
Yeah. But yeah, it's happening and that's cool. And we'll see what the next. I am more than happy to kill Grand Blue myself to give it to KOF. You know what I mean? If I can kill.
Yeah, I mean, if the people are going to be consistent with it, why not?
Yeah.
It's tough to say no.
I'm also.
Plus, the game is just good, so.
Yeah. So yeah, that should be cool, man. It's gonna be on PS5. I think they have 4 PS5s. So, make sure you bring your controllers, your adapters, and man, first of all, bless up for the Obsidian working. That was like a really big.
Yeah, that's the thing that I meant to do at the thing that I wasn't at was to make sure that the Hori works. But I've heard that they do work, so I'm not really worried about it.
Are you going to the thing tomorrow or no? Or are you?
I gotta work early in the morning.
Okay, so.
And I know if I do go to the thing that's not happening, that I won't get back until like 4 in the morning again, and I can't do that shit twice in a row.
Self-control, dude. Self-control, which we don't have, but
no, we don't.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, shouts to probably like staying up until 6 and driving a fucking Zenith at like 10 or 12 or something. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be good. So that's happening, and let's talk about we're done talking about the Weenie Hut Junior stuff. I was
no.
So after the 17th, I'm opening doors. I'm excited. I'm so excited that I lied about never opening doors again. That I'm just gonna announce it because it's been having ideas, going through stuff. But with that said, the 17th, I'm opening doors for Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 7. I'm opening doors at 5. The tournament is gonna start at 7 for Street Fighter, 7:30 for Tekken. If it's kind of like the old TTF rule. You start a little later. Also, that the sun's still out that time, so the glare, on the backyards and everything. But we'll figure it out. It's looking good. There's a matcherino. There's there's a bracket. The bracket, like I said earlier, the bracket's looking pretty nice. A lot of old faces. And then we have a matcherino. If you guys don't know about the matcherino, that's spell it right. The ravioli. It's right there.
Don't tell Rico.
Yeah, don't tell Rico. We are currently at $45.61. There are 17 codes left to claim. If those codes are claimed, I'll throw in another $12.50 for the tournament. There's only 17. There's like 30 people in here. There's 38 people in here, and I'm pretty sure half of you guys didn't claim those codes yet. Feel free to claim those codes now. And I've been doing it. Already added the money, but for every sub we get to the channel, I throw $1 into the pot. Gifting 5 subs, gifting 10 subs. $10 to the pot, 1 sub. You renew your sub, whatever. I'll throw it into the pot. Thanks to Cool Dre. He gifted 5 the other day, so I appreciate that. Subs help, the house. It helps getting me these systems, helps getting the house back where it needed. I think after the tournament Saturday, I might go to Home Depot, buy a new toilet or a new sink or something.
Marble setup, dude.
Buy another marble setup. Thank you, Cool Cody, for the sub. I see that. It's $1 to the pot. but yeah, it's gonna happen. And it should be fun. I'm streaming top 16 for Street Fighter 6. Um, with that said, Vince, are you more than happy to commentate top 16 at the tournament?
Yes.
Okay, I'll probably just be on the mic with you. I'm looking for someone to help run the Tekken 7 tournament, so I don't have to worry about it. Rodrigo, I'm looking at you if you're in here. And all the tournaments I've been watching, and I'm all about Evo rules, but everyone's doing it, and it's a Capcom Cup thing, and I'm hoping that Capcom Cup or Evo,
Uh-oh.
there it is. Ready? Top
Better
8,
check them.
3 out of 5, right there, dude. Top 8, 3 out of 5. It should be funny. I just want to see matches. It should be fun, and we'll see what happens. But it's happening.
You're gonna do a tournament. You might as well do it big and
Yeah.
make people play more games.
Yeah. See me when it's not the Chris T Cup, as we used to call it back in the Tekken 4 or the Street Fighter 5 days. Or was that 4? I don't remember. It might have been 5. But yeah, and then I think after that it's gonna be Evo. I think we're done, and I'm not gonna open up for another year unless ready. We're gonna have the Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna is happening.
Whoa!
I'll see you guys there.
The Big Kahuna will be happening. So, what I was thinking. So I made a post. I don't have my calendar with me, but the other day I was working and I was thinking the dates out. So if I would have 2 Big Kahuna, A block and B block on 1 month, then C block and D block in 1 month, and then have the tournament, or then have the final in October, or no, I'm sorry, it would be September. Then October I can have an Emperor's Cup, and then we can do a last minute Paradise Hill Showdown 8 in December. But knowing my dumb ass and how Toki always says that, let me be your accountant, I would probably want to throw a lot of money in that, and it's too close together. So I think we're just gonna have the Big Kahuna, and then next year we'll go back on track. I'm not going back on track as in opening doors every Friday, but we might just go back on track by at least having it every once a month. Back on track is the house like completely at 100% live. But so next year for sure, February we'll have a Emperor's Cup. Sometime in July we'll have a Paradise Hill Showdown 8, and then in the end of the month it will be the Big Kahuna. And maybe we'll throw SBK in there somewhere, just for the fuck of it.
In-person SBKs are pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll have.
It would be a good thing to see again.
We'll have an in-person SBK. I wish I had the thing on me that I had the dates on it, but we'll do a little quick draft right now. So for sure, Big Kahuna A block. It might be in July. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We might start July. It might be like the last Saturday of July would be A block, and then last Saturday of August would be B block. Last Saturday of September, D block or C block, and then October would be D block, and then in November we'll have the finale. And since December is the last thing, maybe we'll just open doors up just for the fuck of it. Top 8 already. So in Kahuna type spirit, I will be throwing $500 in the pot. The top 8 people do not have to pay anything to get into it. The only time you're paying is to be in the tournament, the blocks. If you are new to TTF or anything, if you don't know what a Big Kahuna block is, basically the Big Kahuna is just, by a Kahuna law, whoever wins the Big Kahuna, which will be for Street Fighter 6, will be the best Street Fighter 6 player in San Diego. How do you get a spot in the Big Kahuna? Is that there are 4 blocks, and each block you get there are 2 spots. So in the end you have an 8-man bracket. So it's pretty much each block is a round robin. So if fucking 8 people want to sign up for the first one, and then for some reason the last one 20 people want to sign up, which is pretty much what happens all the time.
Yep.
That's gonna happen. So each person plays the round robin. The 2 players with the highest points or the best results are put into the 8-man bracket. And then in the end, you guys play a regular old double elimination tournament. So the prizes.
And if you lose, we kill you.
And you lose. Oh, Lil Kahuna. Totally forgot about that. Shouts to Speed Kicks. And then during the main event, we have the top 8, which the 8 players get in, and then we have a little Kahuna on the side for all the players that weren't able to get in. And my plan for this year, I'm just gonna say what the prizes are. So, like I said, top 8 will be split $500. Top 3 will get trophies, and I need to figure out because I'm pretty sure where we get the trophies for the other tournaments. I want to make little tiki dudes for the Big Kahuna. So I want to find somewhat like just something like a little tiki trophy, and then top 8 will get shirts. I don't know what I think it's gonna just be the tiki punch design that's gonna say Kahuna qualifier. And it'll only be for Street Fighter 6. So what's gonna happen is that I'm probably gonna get another setup or two because if the game is fairly new, so I'm guessing a lot of people are gonna want to enter. But you got to remember, I mean, people have passed out at this tournament. People have freaked out. People have
melted for sure.
People almost died. You're gonna. I mean, back in the day when we started 8, people were there. The last match that counted ended at 4 a.m. I mean, it's fucking. It's a thing, and it's pretty badass. But yeah. So that's happening, and next year we'll figure out when PHS 8 will happen, or what we'll do at PHS 8, the Emperor's Cup, and yeah, another Big Huna and SBK. But spoilers, Big Kahuna will be happening in July, so we'll see. And then I can't think what else. Am I missing anything?
We're getting married, you know.
Oh, we're getting married. Will's the best man and the bridesmaid.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, on July 4th.
And if you're part of the Pimps Only edition, you know, that's so funny. But yeah, so that's happening, and I think we can go to questions, right? Questions. Let's see. I haven't opened up Discord. If you guys have questions, and there's only 3 people, so this might be a short and simple one. If you have questions, feel free to post them in the Discord. There is a question section in the TTF Discord under the TTF podcast. And if you have a question, you can just put it in here. And if we have time, we'll get to it. If we don't have time, we won't get to it. It is what it is. And also, someone did ask me this, but yes, the event on the 17th is an offline event. It's not an online event. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get to the first. So let's see. Drake. Hypothetically, how would you feel about a Killer Instinct 2 that is possibly being made by Bandai Namco? Smiley face. Because I didn't really care about KI2. I thought it was cool, but I feel like this is a question to Vince, who's actually played the game. So, Vince, what do you feel? Take it away.
Hypothetically, that would be pretty cool because running KI stuff for a Glizzy was definitely a pretty funny experience, and that game is just funny in general. And I feel like we need more well-made, funny games in current timeline. You know, everybody's pretty try-hard with their shit, and I feel like Killer Instinct kind of knew how to have fun with their stuff because it's just a pretty wacky game. I mean, they put a fucking Battletoad in it, like
the Arbiter.
Shit like that's important to have. So I think that would be a pretty cool thing if that was a real thing. But don't make it Xbox only, you know, Xbox only, because that shit was trash.
Okay. Will?
Love.
There you go.
KI. Yeah, I never really got into KI. I mean, there was that one time, Vince, remember when it was like free?
Yeah.
Or something. I thought it was cool, but
at that point it was too late, man. That game was already out for a couple years at that point, and if you didn't have an Xbox, you couldn't play it. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, but from what you told me about it, it seemed like a cool game. I just, bad execution on their release or whatever.
Huge missed opportunity considering how funny that game was to play at that Evo where it was. Yeah, big missed opportunity, unfortunately.
All right, okay.
But yeah, big KI fan.
Thanks, Drake.
Thanks for the question, Drake. Oh, I do have that. Okay. All right, next question. Favorite Mortal Kombat character? Okay, I'll answer. So, I'm gonna throw you with this one real quick. So, if we're talking about the movie, Reptile's badass. Reptile. But character-wise, Big Smoke fan from MK9. And fucking Aaron Black, dude. I think Aaron Black's probably one of the coolest additions to the game. He's literally a cowboy, time traveler type of bounty hunter guy. And I to this day I still think he has one of the coolest I don't know what you call them, interactions in the beginning of the match, with Ermac. I think that one's pretty cool. I think Ermac says like you now face like the wrath of 1,000 souls, and then he says, well, I have a bullet for each one. I was like, damn, that's pretty badass. MK, there's just a bunch of badass characters. I mean, watching the MK1 trailer, watching Kung Lao throw the straw hat and he had like the Ip Man punches. Just everyone's so cool in that game. It's crazy how there's like a bunch of shitty characters, but there's a lot of cool characters. Rambo, Terminator, Alien, RoboCop, Jason,
Only
Freddy,
RoboCop,
Kratos. Am I missing him? Was Michael Myers in that game?
No.
Okay. That's insane, dude. Look how many fucking characters are in that game, dude. But yeah, the MK, Aaron Black, Smoke, and yeah, those are two cool characters, and I can't think of. That game's cool. Will.
I always like Scorpion and Liu Kang. I don't know. I mean, that's all. Yeah, big MK fan.
Yeah. Dude, fucking Shao Kahn's badass too. Just the shit talk and everything. It's a shame that they don't they did him dirty. He sucks, but he's such a cool character, dude. Like, but they just made him so bad. Man, there's so many. There's another character. Kodo Khan was a cool character until they made him, or he bitched out in the story. He really bitched out back there. Shang Tsung is a badass. I mean, that game. Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna name the whole cast, but Vince, take it away.
Coolest character, definitely Cabal, man.
Hell yeah.
It's like not even close. He's tight as fuck, and I think he's been good in every single game that he's been in. If you guys care about that,
Yeah.
So Cabal's sick, and a close second place is from the shittiest Mortal Kombat game, Deception is Havoc. I think Havoc is really cool too.
Oh yeah, Havoc's cool. Hell yeah.
But Havoc will never ever be in another game ever again unless he's in this new Mortal Kombat that I'm not gonna play. But he's really cool too. I like both of those characters a lot.
Dude, Cabal, like his I think it was like the last one, or anyway, he was always cool because of like his tornado thing was cool, and then I don't know if it was the last one or 10. You probably had him in both of them, but
He wasn't in that.
okay, whatever. So the last one, whatever, the EX version where he like with the hooks and he spins you around. That animation was always cool to me. Whatever that move, like as an ender, and I think I like fucking it made you the person bounce for a comic center if he EX'd it, but that was a cool. He's cool.
Yeah, Cabal's tight, man.
I forgot he was in the reboot.
Unfortunately.
Okay. From Spider. How did you guys? All right, I'm gonna read this out loud. Is this me typing this? How did you guys about?
Come on, man. Don't make fun of him, dude.
How did you?
Probably add a go in there.
How did
He's
you?
not from here.
I'm reading it. He's from another country.
From another country, man. Give him a break.
How did you guys about learning Street Fighter 6 this past week? What things did you grind first? What lessons from learning past FGS helped out? FGS, all Fighting Game Series helped out. What do you guys think Pinoy is going to buy with his first paycheck in 3 years on the 17th? Okay. Well, how did I go about how did I go about learning Street Fighter 6 this past week is that just every game that I guess I'll just so the character that I picked, I picked Manon. So I picked Manon. So the first thing I did when I got my hands on the game, and you're talking to a guy that's only played the first beta, and I used Ken, so you're going to a whole nother character. So the first thing I did was at work, I looked at who was using who in Japan, because Japan had the game, right? Or who was posting Twitter clips. So Riketsu was using Manon and Hatani. So pretty much that whole day at work, I was just watching Hatani stream. And so I looked at whatever he was playing, and then when I got home, I did the trials. I did the combo trials, and then So that first day, I pretty much the whole time playing, I was just doing the combos that the trials did. And then the next day at work or before, so what I used to do when I was trying to get back into five is that every night after, I guess it's like from the past, right? Every night after was done streaming, I would watch videos, a lot of DVDs of this online birdie player that's like ranked number one. And I would just watch his videos and see what he did and everything, and then try to implement that in my next um in my gameplay, which like in the end I started using like V trigger 2 with Birdie, and then fucking Richard was like, that suits you more, blah blah blah. I was like, whatever, but it did in the end. So I've been doing that now, and it's cool because a lot of good players use Manon. So it's I've been watching a lot of IDOM. I've been watching a lot of Luffy. Just a lot of the random, like, jokes aside, Jay Wong fucking with her, but he probably fucks with everyone. And just like taking what they're doing. Then Lord Spooky, he's been using him, so I could watch that at work too sometimes. And then everyone's like posting crazy ass tech and everything. So Luffy's always retweeting people, IDOM's always retweeting like rant, all this stuff. So and then I go home and I, like I said, I've been like I start off in the lab for a little bit, try to practice my combos because I am having trouble with certain things. Like for some reason, I'm having a really hard time drive rushing after crouching low punch. So what I used to do in 4 is that I would practice a juggle um on the left side, on the right side 5 times each. And then if I dropped it, I would start all over. So I would have to do it 5 times in
Good
a
way to
row.
do it for
I would
sure.
have to
Yeah,
do it
definitely a good way to do it.
5 times in a row. So I've been starting to do that. So um um and I've always had a rough time doing quarter circle supers on the left side, and I still have a rough time. It wasn't as bad in 4, but it got a lot worse in 5. So that's one of my goals before 5 started, because there's been situations in tournaments at Evo, even at the last chance qualifier. I mean, I didn't plan
Oh
on
yeah, for sure.
winning, but there was situations where if I did hit the super, I would have won the game, won the match.
Yeah, that
Um,
was unfortunately a classic, dude. That happened. It
um,
was a thing, man.
and it happened a lot to me in 4 against Richard.
Yes, it did.
Uh, I mean, I don't want to blame like a lot of matches against that, but it's just a thing that's happened, and it's a thing that that all I have to do. I have to practice it. So I've been doing that. So practicing my supers, and with this game now, there's like there's 3 supers, and she does have like 1 quarter circle back one. Oh, another thing too with 6 is that I'll tell you, I think it's just an online thing right now too, or people just playing. Is that I noticed that like a lot of people, even though it'll be like the first game or last game, they'll burn their level 3 and like not even have critical, and like I'll just all they would have needed done is just do like a level 1 or level 2, and they would probably kill me. But I've noticed like a lot of people burning their meter level 3 meters when they don't need to. I mean, I'm happy when they do it
I
because
do that a lot.
yeah, I do. I do that a lot, but I caught myself yesterday. So this is just yesterday though. So like today, if I play, it's like my goal is to try to not burn level 3 if I get a hit that I can kill you. So let me just try to level 1, whatever.
Yeah, just because they're different combos a lot of the time, because
Yeah.
certain things are and are not cancelable, and sometimes
yeah.
you just go for the cancelable stuff because that's what you're doing, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
add
yeah.
the level 3, and it's like, well, I should have just done an EX
Yeah.
and did that instead, but
Yes,
I
yes,
didn't.
yes.
Mhm. Yeah,
So that's what kind of goes with me too, with like I said, learning the burnout, like with not confirming medium punch into a drive rush move, where I should try to hit confirm into like an EX uppercut or something that's not gonna burn me out.
it's not
Um
going to cost 3 bars. Yeah, that's a big
yeah,
one for
that's not
sure.
gonna cost me bars or not gonna kill me, but at least get the most damage, the most bang for your buck, I guess. Which is another thing too in 5, I guess, was like, did I really have to use burn my EX meter right there? Like, did I really have to do an EX command throw when you had no health? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe, but um, and yeah, so just practicing a lot now, just and really a problem with me was we'll get what's the saying? I'll deal with that later. I'll get back to that later, and not
We'll fuck with it later.
we'll fuck with it later,
It hasn't been that long. Surely it hasn't.
and not fucking it with it later, and it's just gonna fuck with your mind like forever. You know what I mean? So like, oh, Manon, this thing, not Manon, like anti-airing a character that's like air to airing or anti-airing a character that's like really close to you, jumping back and forth. Like, what can I do with like what's the situation I can whatever. I'll fuck with that later and figure it out, and not. But then I end up not practicing, and guess what? I just get by it over and over again.
Yeah, it seems like you've been actually doing that this time, so that's pretty cool.
Um, And past fighting games, well, that's pretty much it. Just what do you guys? What is Richard gonna do with his first paycheck? I don't know. Pay for a tournament? Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's probably gonna pay for the tournament because I know he's not gonna pay for the tournament. And then when he wins, I'm gonna have to take it out of the pot. If he, the best part about that is that when he doesn't win, and I have to, he's like fourth place or something, or like third, where it doesn't matter. It was like, you want me to keep the money? You know what I mean? Like, and that's happened, but yeah. But okay, that's my answer, I guess. Just I feel like that can be a lot of people's answers, but yeah, that's what I do. Vince.
Usually, when I have the time for it, if I'm playing a game like that and I think it's worth playing, I'll do long sets with people, and I'll kind of go that way. And that helps me decide if I like the character and if I know how to use the system or not. Because after a while, I'll know if there's something I'm consistently fucking up. Like, let's say it's drive rush or things like that. It's like, okay, well, that's something I got to practice because I missed every single opportunity to do that. And in big, long sets like that, you can definitely tell the areas where you're weakest if you're not checking dashes, not anti-airing. There's stuff like that becomes really evident in long sets like that. So there's a couple opportunities I have had to play, I've played long sets with people, dog shit, J Flow, all that shit. So that's usually the way I go about just learning most games like that. Or if I really think that I would enjoy a game, usually if I play a long set, I can tell if I'm either going to really like it and keep playing, or if I'm just going to stop playing. So that's why there were not many first to 50s in Street Fighter 5 after like the first one. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this shit. So. Yeah, I could tell right away on that one. After I played the first of 50 with Joseph for Grand Blue, I was like, yeah, I should definitely keep playing this also. So it kind of reaffirms whether or not I'm going to like the game and want to play it, or if I can just throw that shit in the trash. So that's usually my go-to for most games that come out, is playing really long sets. So and what is Richard gonna buy with his first paycheck? The platform shoes. I don't know.
For those who don't know though, back in like the 4 days, Vince was like the go-to person to go if you needed something, and I was like, four was a good game or a fun game to play back in the day. He was also, I'm gonna say this, but man, if you think I beat myself up over losses, man, Vince most definitely would beat himself over losses. All the 3v3 tournaments that, if like he was the anchor, you know what I mean? He would, you don't, Vince goes outside, you just let him outside. You know what I mean? It was one of those. But he most definitely was the guy for to even Richard would go up to Vince asking for what should I do in these situations and stuff, and I would have to put him up there with uh the three people that I would like to have behind my back, not sex wise, but when I'm playing, and it would be Legade, Richard, and Vince would be the three people that anytime I would play in tournaments, and their advice has probably helped me out the most. Or Rico just talking shit to another player.
Yeah, that helped too. Yeah, that's the other side. Him, Gerald,
Ilya, like and even Ilya's advice was sometimes like, you know what? Okay, so the one time, I think his name was, I think it's Forwood.
Yeah, no, plywood.
Yeah, that guy. I beat him. I think I beat him at Evo, or like it was a close game.
You did, because Ilya told you what to do.
Ilya coached me that whole game, and I was just like, and Gerald just like, okay, that was a funny one. But yeah, Ilya,
he was right too. Everything he said was relevant too. He did a really good job that tournament.
But he did. He like killed. Yeah, he did good. But yeah. All right. Will, how did you guys go?
Yeah, this guy edited that shit afterwards, dude. He shamed him into it.
Honestly, I just jumped in. The first thing I did, I went into training mode. I just looked at the command list for Guile because just seeing what's new. I mean, honestly, he plays fairly similarly to what he had in 5, except, I mean, he still has his V skill from 5. It's just different combos. All the drive rush stuff is different. I'm like not 100% on everything, like perfect punishes for punish counters, stuff like that. But I just tried stuff out. Oh, the frickin' frame data thing is really useful on training mode. So I just looked at how plus things were on counter hit, on regular hit, stuff like that. And then I just played a lot of online matches. Like, I didn't really know the mechanics, but I knew like I kept getting hit by the drive impact, so it was only a matter of time to where I kind of felt comfortable pressing the button to do it again. Um, and a lot of the stuff I try to look up for six, it's not that relevant because guy was nerfed in front of the betas and stuff like that. So like some of his crazy stupid combos are like not relevant, but which kind of sucked. Um, but other than that, the only person I really watched was Knuckle Dew because he streamed a lot when the game came out, and yeah, I took some of the stuff from him. Uh, yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I did, and all the characters that were in like previous fighting games, like I said, it's pretty easy to play against them, and this version it's just the new characters that uh kind of give you trouble because you don't know what they freaking do. So
Isn't like Knuckle Dude like ranked number 1 right now for some reason, or not for some reason? He's probably that's all he's doing right now, but he's like ranked number 1, right?
That sounds like something that he would be doing.
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah, I mean when I was watching him stream, he's like pretty much streamed like
yeah.
for 24 hours.
That's his
Like
job
Yeah,
basically.
doing
Yeah.
that, reviewing matches, and like all kinds of shit. He's like doing a little bit of everything: playing, watching matches, watching tournaments, and like actually playing in tournaments.
When he
too.
makes like those lobbies and he's like feeding his kid, those are always funny. Dude. He's just like watching matches and shit.
yeah, I know for like the past month or two, he's had his stream open and it's like a open Street Fighter 4 lobby.
Yeah. First 6
And,
man
like,
gets $25 or something.
Yeah, I swear I never saw him actually like in the stream until 6 came out. But
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it seems like.
yeah, but I mean he's been playing it a lot. I think honestly I haven't seen a lot of Guile players, even though they say he's really good. But
I mean, hey man.
Yeah, where the fuck are they? Yeah.
yeah, where are they?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
If he's so good, where are all the Guile players?
Yeah, why is Daigo playing Ken? That's
Yeah, he threw Ryu in the trash real quick.
yeah. I mean, I do watch a lot of
DVDs.
TVs.
Daigo. I watched Daigo. Just some other random Japanese streams like Tokido, I think once, but yeah, no. The only person I ever really saw playing Guile was Knuckle Dew. So
He's trying to get that $1,000,000 like everyone else, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and business. All right, next question. Oh, you know what? So when you said you looked at the command list, so I didn't know. Like I only
Yeah.
watched it in the video that I thought one of Manon's move was like a back medium kick, and I thought it was like a worthless piece of shit move. I felt like that move was like a secret anti-air, but I also didn't know that it was a target combo into an overhead, an overhead that you can super into and EX. You can combo into basically. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not safe, but fuck it. I mean, was Birdie safe? You know, maybe not. But yeah, very cool game. All right, next question.
Wait,
Well,
one more thing.
go for it. I'm all for it.
Another thing I learned was just playing some guys online, and they did some crazy shit on me, and I was like, I didn't know that shit worked, and then I
That's mine now.
start incorporating it. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, other than that,
You made
that's
this.
I made this.
Yeah.
All right.
Even though,
No, go.
I was like, even though it's like not an optimal combo, but it looks cool. So
yeah,
that's why I do it.
So we're guess we're almost done. There's only like 3 questions left, but they're good ones. Except for Drake's. Now that Street Fighter V is officially over, what was your favorite tournament you attended during its lifespan? Okay, so as bad as the game was, there was a lot of good moments, and I'm not gonna include Evo because Evo doesn't count. I think all the Red Bull tournaments that me and Javi drove to, and or anyone else, those trips with Vince and J Flo to like the warehouse, those Red Bull like tournaments in LA were like probably some of the funniest tournaments. Just good times. For some reason, Redbone and Mask Off would be like the only 2 songs playing when me and Javi drove to LA. Just all the moments, a lot of good moments. Fucking that tournament where Javi beat Punk was really cool, and Richard won a trip to. I'm glad I went to that one because there was a lot of funny moments. A lot of funny tournaments, dude. Just fucking around with the LA, the SoCal people. Just like KBBQ with all the homies,
Yeah, the ones that are worth talking to.
The
Yeah,
ones that are
for
worth
sure.
talking to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What else? Just and a lot of cool people that you meet through the way. Gamma. Shouts to Gamma. That guy was a badass.
They tried to kick us off of the SCR stage, but we were too fat, dude.
We're
That was
too
cool.
cool, dude. And yeah, I can't any. There are a lot of cool tournaments, man. Even the shitty ones in San Diego, including myself, TTF. Like any tournament was a good
Yeah.
tournament. Any tournament was a fun time, I guess. But those LA tournaments were really funny.
Good answer. Good answer.
Any tournament Richard won was always funny, or like he lost to like Bushin or someone that he said he thinks he shouldn't have lost to.
But he did anyways.
But he did anyway. Those are always good. Those are always good. Those are always good. Oh, never mind. Street Fighter doesn't count. I was gonna say NorCal Trust. I was like really good tournament, but
Yeah, but that was definitely not Street Fighter 5.
All right, Vince.
Yeah, very easy answer. Undefeated, best tournament.
Oh!
Not just for Street Fighter 5, but just one of the best tournaments in general. That will be my answer for most things. Undefeated was by far one of my favorite tournaments.
Oh, I'm bad.
There was just way too much that happened there to go into, but
Hobby's like waiting
just
for someone to say that, dude.
the pigeon crows, the shitty food, the funny times, the crack motel, Mega Man Soccer. There are just too many things. The guy that thought Javi was Alexis and the guy that thought Alexis was late for KOF. There's too much, but that tournament was one of my favorites for sure.
Dude, Javi, that was like Javi's first out of state tournament, and his mom trusted.
Yeah, Mom Boat let him get in a car with 3 strange dudes and
That
just
was-
took him off, dude.
That was a fun drive. I think it was me, you, Javi, and Toki. And we showed up all late, and then we didn't even drive right away. We went to Wingstop and spent 2 hours away. Justin came, right? It was Justin.
He did, dude. And everybody in the car had to take a shit and take a piss. Nobody was gonna so we had to stop at that really, really weird gas station with the minions and shit.
He turned into a minion, dude.
Yeah, Javi turned into a minion, dude. That was fucked up.
Oh man. Okay. Will
Great experience.
did Will the one you
I
won
was
at
gonna say one of
NorCal?
Dude, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna say favorite tournament experiences, yeah, I mean that was pretty badass, personally.
The guy that you
yeah,
beat
when I
in
won.
grand finals, he sent you to losers. Was that the story or something like that? He sent you first round of losers, and he just came back and murdered everyone. Oh, okay. I feel like that.
NCC,
I lost to a different guy. Yeah, I lost to a different guy first round, and then I won. I won the rest of the tournament. I beat everyone else. It was badass.
Loser runs.
It was like
good.
a match I shouldn't have lost. Yeah. Yeah, that tournament was badass. There was that one Red Bull. I think it was a Red Bull thing in LA where Javi made top 8, and I think Javi and Richard made top 8. I thought that was pretty badass.
Was that when Luigi was walking back and forth, or one of the Luigi Mario kids were walking back and forth, and everyone was just like, "Is this kid okay, dude? He's gonna murder everyone in here."
That was a cool tournament.
That was at the esports arena, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, but I think what I remember in that one, it was Richard was playing Luigi and this guy was taking forever to hit to go to the next match, and then they put the camera on Richard and Richard's just shrugging his shoulders or something. He's he's like what's this guy taking so long,
Yeah, that was a good tournament. I think that's when Hobby came back because he stopped spinning and he murdered
he finally stopped spinning.
I think he murdered Filipino man, Jesse. He fucked Bushicell up on stage. That was cool.
He did. He beat a lot of people back to back too.
Fucked up Mira. He fucked up. I think he fucked up Jesse.
That was
I think he did too.
That was his return. That was so sick, man. I think he got third, right? And then he didn't get nothing for third, right? That's what sucked her. Or he got something. I don't know. He did good.
They just couldn't stop spinning.
Got top 8. Yeah. There was another the Red Bull. There was a Red Bull in NorCal I went to that Richard was at. I mean, I guess that was pretty cool. For different reasons. But I was gonna say Evo as well, but the last one in particular, because I don't know.
Wait, the last one was a good one for you?
Yeah, I mean,
That was my favorite one for you.
Actually,
Your journey into the video. Dude, that was so bad, man.
Yeah, that was
man. Is that gonna happen again this year?
Like you're forgetting your fucking COVID card.
We'll see, you know?
Your vaccine card. Oh.
Dude.
Dude, your pool was so fucked up, dude. Like you lost to that Ken guy, and then you played people that you shouldn't have played, and you beat them, and then you're not that match was supposed to play, and then shit.
Okay, wait. Okay, that wasn't a good experience in 5, but I liked being at that tournament.
Yeah, it was a pretty sick tournament.
Like that show enough guy got fucked up, and then for some reason he just turned it up on you.
Yeah, I should have beat that, dude. Okay, man.
There he goes, dude.
I don't want to be that guy, but
be that guy.
I don't even play that game.
Yeah,
I don't even play that game, and that guy's been playing it since the game came out. Never took a break.
That's how
I almost beat him. So think about it. Should it have been that close? Probably not. And it fucked up my pool. So mentally, I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
But God, that sucked. It sucked, but it was funny.
Yes, I agree.
Street Fighter 5, dude. By the way, thank you, Gam. You know, the big $10 into the match, Reno. I appreciate that. All right, next question.
Oh, wait, NCR. Gil said NCR. That one NCR where Javi made it out of the death pool. That was badass. That's the only thing I remember about that one. Oh, I played. Oh man, I had to play Koji Cog in Street Fighter 4, and it was on stream, and I kept fucking everything up. And there's I was almost making a comeback, and then it was like a crazy scramble at the end.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool match.
Yeah, that was badass. Anyways,
all right. Fuck, marry, kill, Manon, Marissa, or Jury. Okay, so I'm gonna have to say fuck Manon, marry Marissa, and kill Jury. That's my 3.
Yeah, same answer. Definitely marrying Marissa. That's gotta happen. Yeah, I agree.
She's gonna carry me through the door on our
yeah, over the threshold, dude. Yeah,
Will?
Yeah, F Marissa, kill Manon.
All right.
I don't like her. Sorry. Yeah. Not for me.
She's a baddie, dude.
I don't know why her feet are so big.
For the foot jobs, dude. That's why we're fucking.
And I don't really like Jury either, but I don't have a choice. But yeah, marry Jury, I guess.
Isn't she 17? I'm like, no. But yeah. Okay. Which fight is better?
It's legal in Texas.
No, she's fucking 40. I think fucking Kyle, dude. That was cool. Kyle showed up. He just giving me J-Flow and well, how old do you think this character is? It was and he went down the whole list. I was God damn it, dude, what the fuck? Man?
Yeah, Kyle's tight, man.
Okay. Which fight is better, Liu Kang versus Reptile or Johnny Cage versus Scorpion? Those are both cool fights, but it has to be the Liu Kang versus Scorpion. Let me break it down to you. The beginning of that is sick, where he's kind of being weird, and then Johnny's what are you doing, man? You're freaking. And then he grabs Reptile, throws him in that statue that turns him into a human reptile, and then just when that happens, and then the announcer says his name, the whole reptile thing, and then the music starts playing. That song is fucking sick, dude. That song is so sick. And then the look on Liu Kang's face when he comes out, he's I fucked up. He kicks him through the wall, and the shot where it shows Reptile coming through the hole, and it does the slowdown, and he does the little pose, and the lightning goes off. And that whole fight's sick. And then another big favorite part of that one is there's a part where Reptile gets knocked down, and then he does a lizard noise, and then he breathes, and the dirt goes flying. For some reason, I think that part's cool. He does that weird lizard noise, and then he blows through his mask, and that part was always sick. But that fight was really cool. it was a really cool fight, and the soundtrack is probably like one of the what makes it like a really big part of it. But yeah, for me, yeah, don't get me wrong though, the Johnny Cage and Scorpion one was really cool. But yeah, that reptile fight is sick, dude. Will?
Yep, I agree. That was a cool one.
Thank you, Will.
What, Shiva versus the cage, dude, or Rain versus the Shao Kahn, dude? Oh man, Vince.
Definitely Liu Kang versus Reptile is the better fight, but Johnny Cage versus Scorpion is way funnier. When he says welcome and punches him in the face, when Scorpion blows up and the Johnny Cage signature goes, that shit's tight, dude. You like next time you watch it, just I just want you to think about that shit because that shit is funny as fuck, man. There's a lot of really funny stuff in that fight.
So does that mean that Scorpion had that picture on him, or did Johnny Cage throw that at him?
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Where'd that shit come from? Who knows, dude? He blew up and turned into a picture, man. So yeah, that feels way more like Mortal Kombat than Liu Kang versus Reptile does, but Liu Kang versus Reptile is definitely a better fight for sure.
The whole like the acrobat thing when he's spinning around and then he just kicks him down.
That's just tight, man.
All right. We're almost done.
Yeah, very cool fight.
Oh yeah, okay. When is the Street Fighter 6 beginning tournament? Next question. Can someone shit on the floor during grand finals in Mika's honor?
If Gutex is invited, yes, it will happen. If he's not, then no. Nobody's shitting on the floor.
All right, that's it, man. We're done. Wow, this might be just a 2 hour. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's not short, but
it's pretty good though. Pretty good for us.
Less ranting. Yeah. And I have a Nachos Bill Grande that is getting cold, really cold. But
and the Wingstop, yeah, I got you.
And yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. We'll get into it. The hot or nots, the bitch callings, and the whatevers. So I'll go first, which I was thinking about this at work, and I'm gonna take the easy way out. So my hot or not is someone said it earlier, spoilers, but in honor of all the funny things happening into the NBA, I'm gonna have to say my hot or not is Mariah Mills. And I would like to also say one of my favorite scenes from her is the Bang Bros scene when they're in the bikini shop, and I'll probably, in honor of her tonight, we'll figure it out before we go to bed. But
all right.
But yeah, that bikini scene one is good. Or when she's like dressed up as she's like dressed up as the hula dancer, or like the pizza one's good. But yeah, the bikini shop one, I forgot what that guy's name is. It's not it's the other guy that looks like it's one of the other guys. But yeah,
J-Mac, dude.
It's not J-Mac. I'll tell you that one thing is not J-Mac.
That guy's cool though.
J-Mac's a badass dude. He's totally not just like splitting in half all like the little waifus. But no, it's the other dude, like the guy that looks like a stoner. Like it's just like the white, like J-Smack.
J-Smack, dude, Mr. Smack.
And then another one though, just because that was I think only Crockett might know who this is. I'm gonna say Rosie, or I think her name is Rosemary, whatever. She's the girl that has like that Instagram story where it's like, if you don't know what these are, you need a Latina mommy. She most definitely has like a tired, sleepy look, but she's a pretty hot Latina chick, I think. Yeah, so that might be my 2. And yeah. Fuck it, we'll say Manning. Fuck it, be a nerd. No, I was joking. No, man, I'm just on the record though. If someone asks me why I picked her, it's just because she looks like a bad bitch, man. I don't know what it is. She just looks like she fucks, dude, and she's a baddie, dude. Her walkout's sick, and she has the funny dick sucking start of the game round.
Yeah, she matched on that one, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, yeah, Vince is on focus cam because I have a window open and it's covering him, so let's unfocus him. But yeah, and then I don't, dude. So I haven't had oh, you know what? I have a bitch calling. It's not work related, and I don't. What's okay? So
here it comes.
No, I can't. It's
here it goes, dude.
It's like, so first of all, I guess would be like people that don't support the locals suck. Well, that's a pretty big one. I don't know what the word is where people like they don't know, they're just being douchebags, but they are being douchebags. That's a good one. The girl that ran to the Modelos. But and then they question you, why would you rather do this than this? They don't know they're doing it though, so it's like I don't know what to call that. So I can't be mad at him or it or whatever I'm talking about, you know, yeah, just it's I don't know. It's funny though. And yeah, it's yeah, I guess I'm not mad. I can't be mad. I just feel bad. I'm sorry. I feel sorry. Yeah, I guess people that don't support locals, I can't. Nothing's made me mad, dude. And I can't. I'm not gonna like be all fucking Lily players, and they're only good because they smashed like this. I can't. I'm not gonna do that because the game's new. And I'm only learning. I guess people that think they're good because of that, I won't be mad. You know, if you think you're good because you're doing that and you want to post your results and stuff, you know, it's cool. I can't hate anyone. Yeah, fuck yeah, cancer sucks. We all hate cancer, so fuck cancer. Um, it's been pretty good at work, man. And usually my bitch callings work. Usually my bitch calling is like Capcom.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Two things that are not that bad in current timeline right now. So
and maybe I'll feel something when you guys say something, but I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. And yeah, that's it, man. Vince.
hot or not, dude. We saw him recently. The homie Audric, dude. He hot, dude. He was looking pretty good after beating up a bunch of people over the past couple months. So that's pretty cool.
I could
And
take him.
yeah, I think Will could beat him up, but that's fine. And
I've been
for
training.
Ebony Goddess, Brianna Smith, dude. I'll put the link in there. You know, you might know her as Miss Hooters 2019, and if you don't, now you do. And
I'm gonna look that up.
You posted an Instagram link.
Miss Hooters 2019, by the way.
Times change.
And
Doesn't work.
not for you, dude. And
Okay.
this page isn't available. Maybe she got banned, dude. Just look up Miss Hooters 2019. You'll find her.
Oh shit. See it.
And bitch calling.
Me.
See, that's the thing too. Is usually all my bitch callings like haven't been fucking up that bad lately. So, I guess bitch calling to all the people complaining about characters in Street Fighter 6, like you're not good enough to be complaining about these characters. You should just shut the fuck up and play the game. I guess, yeah. And yeah, you're up, Will.
Nerf JP, am I right?
I've only lost to one so far, you know, until I play like maybe Richard or someone, but you know.
Dude, no, you haven't, dude.
Yeah, I know, probably.
You haven't played these guys that I'm playing. I'm kidding. Am I?
No, he's pretty.
Hot or not? Oh, I don't know. You go to the dentist. There's like these
Yes.
dental assistants. I don't know, man. It's crazy in there.
Yup.
And I don't even know their names anymore because I swear every time I go, it's a new one. So, but they know who they are. What else? Violet Myers. Oh, my calling bitch of the week. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I was chilling in my living room
Oh,
watching a
I think you already know. Okay.
watching a TV, and all of a sudden, it stops playing the show I'm watching. I was like, okay, what the hell's up with this? And conveniently, the whole internet's out. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And we have these guys that like mow our lawn. I didn't think much of it. I'm just trying to troubleshoot the modem like I usually do.
Unplug
And
it
then
and
this
plug it
guy's
back
just-
in.
Yeah, and just this guy's in the back with the riding lawnmower having the time of his life. And I'm like, damn, it couldn't have been him. And so I wait for him to be done back there. And I go in the back side of the house where the internet it's like hooked up. And these wires are just bodied. They're all cut up from the floor, from the ground to the box. So my bitch of the week is I don't even know his name. It's a Mexican guy.
But I was
One of
getting
my
racist,
people.
dude.
Ah,
P
yeah,
Brown, dude.
spade's a spade. Yeah. The funny thing is, I, I told my mom about it so she can like talk to the guy because my Spanish isn't that good. And then she goes out there, tries to say something, and then he he comes in the backyard to take a look at it, and I'm like, what, you gonna fix it? And he has these like pliers, and I'm like, come on, man. And then man, it's just so, it's funny, but you know, I knew he couldn't do anything about it. It's more of the fact that like I just needed him to acknowledge that he fucked this shit up. And
But he didn't do it.
oh, he definitely did it. But,
Nah, it wasn't him. He was somebody else, man.
come on, man. I was watching a show, dude.
Yeah, moving to Texas made you racist, man. That's fucked up.
Spade, call a spade or something. I don't know. But dude, it really fucked me over because I was supposed to raid that night in WoW, and the other mage that we have is like he called out for the week, I guess, and so they actually needed me for once because we only have one mage, and they need the fucking arcane intellect buff, and you know, so I had to fucking take my computer to my uncle's apartment so I could raid.
God.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, dude.
Fuck,
It was like a real pain in the
That's
ass.
fine, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, man. It's kind of another thing, but it's not really my story.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's just
I'm
something
for it,
that
man.
So that same day, I went to the Renaissance fair with my uncle and my cousins.
Very
And,
good. Yeah.
it's pretty cool. We went to this bakery they have there, and we ordered some things. It was $9. My uncle gives the guy $20, so it should be like $11 and change, right? But this guy was having a hard time, like getting to change out. You know, he was like, and it was like going on for a little bit. And my uncle was like, he got mad pretty much, and the guy gave him like he was fumbling in his pockets, and he like pulled out a one and gave it to my uncle. And at this point, my uncle was just like not having it. He's like, no, we're good, we're good.
Oh no!
And the guy's like, it's $10. He's like, it's 10. He's like, it's $10. And my uncle's like, nah, we're good. I'm good. And he just walked away. And like 10 minutes, we go. After that, we go sit by and watch this guy like blowing glass. And then my uncle's like, he's like, so was that like a bit? You know, like, was this guy just trying to get my money? You know? And I think about it at the time, but then I was like, yeah, you know, maybe it was. And at the time it was pretty funny, but like my uncle kept talking about it all day.
It's pretty funny though.
And like towards the end of it, like it wasn't funny to him.
He's bringing it up when you.
I felt bad. I was like, damn, it was a bad experience for him, but I don't know, man.
But it's pretty funny.
It's funny, but like, I don't know if it was a bit. Because when the guy said it's $10, it sounded genuine, like he was in shock that my uncle wouldn't wait for him to give him the $10. But at the same time, it was just weird that, you know, it's a cash only thing, so it's not like him giving him 20 was like a surprise, you know.
They didn't have cash back at Renaissance Fair. Come on, dude.
Yeah, it's just it was kind of weird. Yeah, man, Renaissance Fair was pretty cool. Saw a lot of guys that, you know, I'm pretty sure I saw at TTF. Saw a lot of people. Saw this guy that reminded me of Jed. You know, he's like swallowing swords and stuff.
That's Jed for sure.
There was this guy that had this like, he was like the bullwhip guy, but it was actually pretty cool because he pulled one out that was like on fire.
That's pretty tight.
Nah, it looks sick, dude. But yeah, bitch of the week, the guy that fucked up my internet, and the guy that couldn't make change from a 20.
The medieval math guy.
The medieval math. All right, man. So any last words before we end it? No?
See you at TTF, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, TTF.
See you at Zenith. See you at TTF. See you at the next tournament. I really do. I guess this is the really do appreciate you all. You guys are all awesome. And just support your locals. And yeah. Can't say there's not much to say, man. I do really appreciate you all, and we'll see what happens for the next TTF. We'll see what happens at Zenith, and yeah, we'll see you at Game Sync. But that's it, Vince and Will. I always appreciate the time. I'm gonna keep streaming, but I'm gonna, we'll do the closer. I'm gonna take a piss break, get a drink, and we're gonna play some Street Fighter 6. And that's it. And Vince, thank you so much, and Will, and I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll see some of you guys tomorrow, if you know what I mean. And most definitely we'll see some of you guys Saturday. And if not Saturday, see you guys next Saturday. And see you in the Canes parking lot. You guys all have a good night. Peace out.
Yep. Peace. Okay.